Hello guys.
Hello.
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 I think we must have already a hello. We were...
Now let's go to bye.
We decided that it was time for finally recording a video about developing your own black and white film at home.
There's already a lot of videos explaining how to develop your own film, but we thought that many of them are missing the important details and skip certain parts of the process.
I think our necessity really came from that lack of explanation. When we wanted to learn the process, there was always some steps missing and
or
not being clear, and this video was really our attempt to think, if it was me, what would I need for making this work? Really try to think about everything, and even the stuff that seems to be obvious. So I really hope this will help you guys. And if not, you can say what we didn't do and we'll do it.
Just tell us what was not clear or what is missing in the comment, and we'll try to help you out. If you already have experience developing your film and you find certain steps are not exactly the way you do it, feel free to share it in the comments and we'll try to give it a go one day.
On this video, as you'll see, we used the methods for washing recommended by Unported, but this is not always the case for us.
This method is used to save water. Of course, we try to be more ecological with it, but it seems not always do the job with the type of water we have at home. So
yeah, I think it really depends on the water you are working with, because it can be too hard. For example, one of the methods that is very recommended for when you have hard water, it's to put a tube on the top that will push the chemicals up and out of the tank, more or less for 15 minutes.
Anyway, for the purpose of this video, Joanna developed a roll of Ilford FP4+, and here is the video.
I'm using a film retriever to put the film out of the cartridge. Before you insert it, you should rotate the roll back and side until you hear it click twice. Afterwards, you insert the plates into the film cartridge, you move side A until the end, then you rotate it anti-clockwise until you hear at least 4 clicks. Now you can move slide B all the way in and you try to separate the film from the picker like you see on the video. Don't worry if it doesn't work right away, you can repeat this process. Once the tip of the film is out, you need to cut it like this. You should try to shape the edge that you cut as close to the other so they are both rounded. Here I'm holding a test roll so I can show you how to roll the film into the spiral. Unblock the red clip and look for these rounded corners of the spiral. This is where you should start inserting the film. I'm doing it in daylight just so you can watch how to move it. Once you have it prepared like this, it's time to move into the darkness. Place your thumbs on the rounded corners of the spiral and load the film by rotating the halves of the spiral, one after another, just like I'm doing here. When you feel you have reached the end of the roll, you cut it as close to the cartridge as you can. Then you fill the rest of the film until it reaches the middle of the rounded corners, and you push the red clip to block the film. If you have a tank for 2 spirals, my advice is to always insert both of them to the tank, even if you are just developing one roll, to make sure it stays in position and it's covered by the chemicals. You close the tank and you continue the rest of the process in daylight. Ta-da! Here you can have a look at the chemicals we are using today. We have Kodak HC110 for developer, Adostop Eco for stopper, and Adofix Plus for fixer. We'll leave all the details about the dilutions we used on the next scenes. So we start now with the developer. I agitate continuously for 30 seconds and stop it. After agitation, drop the tank harder once or twice to make sure the bubbles don't get stuck on the film. Then agitate for 5 seconds every 30 seconds for 4.5 minutes. Now we follow up with the stopper. I agitate it continuously for 50 seconds and that's it. Last but not least, the fixer. Continuous agitation for 30 seconds, stop it, and then agitation for 5 seconds every 30 seconds for 4 minutes. Because we will be reusing the stopper and the fixer, we are putting them in bottles so we can storage them properly. Next step is to wash the film. I'm using the method suggested by Unported this time because it's more eco-friendly, as I said before. You add water and agitate 5 times. Get rid of it. Add water again and agitate 10 times. Get rid of it. Add water again and agitate 20 times. On this last rinse, I'm using distilled water because it's softer. You get rid of it and then add distilled water again and some drops of a duffel wetting agent. You can move it up and down, rotating it a bit, just like I'm doing here for 30 seconds. We are done, guys! We don't recommend having a cut in general. Be careful with the emulsion side. Ciao! So for now that's all about developing. We'll leave you now with the results of it and see you next time, guys.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Hello guys, we have been suffering for a long time.
Yes? That's it? Okay. We know you missed us.
Yes.
I think this YouTube is not for me.
Kurwa, to f off. I'm drinking Fixer. It fixed already lots of stuff, just not our relationship.
For this you need the stop buff.